All right, greetings. Thank you for joining us. All right, so this whole stock market thing is kind of a big deal. So it's happened to that energy. So we're going through like a minor reset, not the Great Depression. Uh, we're going through what we need to go through. The Bitcoin thing is kind of dead, not completely, or I did see maybe this is a year ago. We're doing crypto channelings. I did see crypto at like $27,000, and that's where it's at. A little bit above that at this point. So that was interesting. So yeah, it's just a major. It's not a major reset, but it's a minor reset. Of course, crypto is not doing so great right now. Something will come back in crypto realm. It's just the reason I bring it up because it's kind of a big deal. People in their 401ks and all that's a little bit worried, but it'll go up and down. That's what's how. Yeah, this month is very. This month is like undefined of what it. I don't think this month knows what it is. It's not really, yeah, because April at least it has some kind of agenda. You can tap into some of it. This month is like all over the place. You can see that already with the stock market and everything. It just like Netflix is going to rebound in some form or another. Might be look like something different altogether. So it's like cutting the limbs off of a tree, cutting off the dead limbs and things like that. So a job reset is happening. This whole year might be just a reset for a lot of people, not necessarily on a financial level, just on a life level. Many timelines might change versus things are just evolve. I did it. Yeah, so it's just not clear of what it wants to be at this point. There's a lot of agendas, but there's just it's all over the place at this point. Not to focus too much on that. The Pleiadian energies, I haven't put them in the title for a while. Just something upbeat, if that's even possible. And a Sasquatch, I haven't channeled them in like ages. Of course, I was at the conference last week. I felt the Pleiadians around. You think I would feel the Sasquatch? I felt reptilians all over the place. I might as well call that Reptilian Island while you're at it. That whole place is called a Reptilian. Call the building Reptilian. The Gator place or whatever you want to call it. It just, the whole part of Illinois is just Reptilian Avenue. So they can put all the Sasquatch stuff there they want. It's still ran by reptilians, and that's part of the awakening that people can just feel it. I mean, if you're intuitive, if you're tuned into it, and a lot of people are, even those that don't believe in all of this. I mean, well, those that don't believe it aren't. A lot of people are just shut off altogether. So, I mean, I think when the time is right, you can bring some of these guys into our vision, like we can see them. I don't think they want to be seen, like aliens in general, reptilians for sure. They don't want to be seen here, but as we shift our energy, they're going to be seen eventually. They can't hide forever, and that's what we're going into now. When that happens, is a whole other. You might see glimpses of them here and there. They might be caught on photographs, things like that, possibly. Like you're like in the middle of nowhere and you just feel the vibe of somebody's there, and possibly you can like shoot a picture with a flash and you might see somebody there, so you see something. It would be creepy as hell for somebody, especially in the middle of nowhere. That's most likely a place for it to happen. Or like Sedona, the vortexes and everything. We can just go out in the middle of the woods and find something. Or a bunch of some things, because that's where a lot of the aliens are. They're just, it's like the forest and all that's like an alien hideout. People aren't out there, so they just kind of hover their ships over certain forest areas. Of course, they're all over the place. There are certain places where some of the aliens just hang out, like a alien parking lot. So they have there's plenty of forest areas around the world. So In the cities, I mean, there's more. I mean, yeah, they make some sightings here and there, but not to say people see them around the forest areas. Well, you probably could. But the idea is for one-on-one connections. So anyway, um, that's what we're heading towards. So yeah, those that don't believe in all this alien stuff, just go out in the woods in the middle of the night. Obviously, if with somebody that knows what the hell they're doing, somebody that has like a spiritual knowing, because then it's like taking somebody's hand that isn't aware of all this. That's one way to connect. Not all areas have a reptilian base around, but most places do. That's good to hear. That's why around Area 51, I feel like Area 51 is where they shift the vibrations because out in the middle of nowhere, so it's easy to shift the reality. So I think you see something, which you probably did, and the reality shifts. So it's gone. So when you're out in the middle of nowhere, you start seeing things. Like people like in the middle of the desert start seeing things. It's kind of the same thing. It just you don't have anything programming you anymore. You're out in the middle of nowhere. You're connecting more to your astral self. Everybody's different, of course, but even those that aren't aware of all this stuff still tap into all kinds of weirdness. So. And there's Priscilla. Look at that. Oh, there she goes. Yeah, they're around. They're just not in the background. Probably looking for reptilians somewhere. Or we're teaching aliens. We're teaching the spirit world. The spirit world's not exactly the smartest place in the world. We're teaching them stuff. Okay, so that's how they call it. Private sessions. We have a scheduler. Yeah. The shop here, I'm still in the end of April, but I'm like in the tier end of it. So I'm getting somewhere. I might go the roll at the end of the same situation here. The webinar, social network, behind the scenes, and I think I had this up. Just for putting on the record. So what is that? 27 at one time. Just put it on the record here. Just for all time. Because I remember channeling this. Yeah, so it's at 30th. I mean, look at that. But it's not 27. Well, 28. Yeah, because I saw it around 27. Anyway, it's not a big deal. Look, it's getting good now. So anyway, yeah, the crypto stuff will get better eventually. It's just messed up. Stock market's doing a major reset. It's just, well, the stock market's still a big deal because it's a life reset. It does affect a lot of lives and all that, so it's still kind of a big deal. So, okay, we'll do a conscious connection. Yeah, there's a lot of archon energies. Feels like they're just bringing in new technologies, sneaking in behind the scenes. A lot of it has to do with pharmaceuticals. The medical industry is going to change. It's going to get advanced little by little. It already is. There is some cloning technology that's being advanced also. They don't really show that, of course. There's a lot of shadow companies that are doing cloning for various different reasons. I see government officials being cloned. I don't know, they got to work on that Biden clone. That guy is just gone. I mean, if you're out buying clones and there's like a Biden clone to buy, I'll take that one back. It's broken. It's like, at least the Obama clone's working pretty decently. I know it has limitations, but still working. And let's see what is it called? What is it? Bill Clinton clone? He's kind of same old. There's not much to him. Just I'm not going to go into details of that. There's just not much happening there. And you have the Hillary Clinton energy. Yeah, there's some kind of lawsuit going on with Hillary Clinton. Let me bring that up just for the sake of bringing it up. I didn't know about this. I heard about it yesterday. And then This is a big deal. This is shadow government stuff. Ex Hillary Clinton lawyer wants your whatever Hillary Clinton something. Okay, that's not telling me a whole lot. Anyway, there's a trial. Either way, there's a trial going on. This isn't the clearest thing at this time. Well, there's something going on here somewhere. Yeah, I don't know if this is the trial. There's some kind of trial going on. I'm not going to go into it too deeply. Anyway, there's a trial going on about it. That wasn't very clear. I guess there's a shadow ban on it completely now at this point. Yeah, maybe I should make a t-shirt about the Biden clone not working. Return to sender or something like that. Okay, see the stock market or let's just tap into the current reset that's happening because it is behind the scenes. Also feel universities. Some of the universities are behind it too because they're doing market manipulation. No surprise there. I mean, they call them scholars for some reason, right? Yeah, there's definitely a back end operation going on. It's obviously a deep state. Obviously, tapping into everything is different. Just this month is not a normal month. It's like this is like it might say the month of May, but it's like not. It's like some kind of hybrid thing that just came in. Yeah, it's like bringing these timelines that's very bizarre. It's like in April, I can feel the April energies. It feels like I don't know if it feels like April, but it feels like something. But you can kind of get the vibe of it. This month is just all over the place. It's like they're just pouring in all these different types of agendas into it. They don't know what the hell they're doing at this point. So just putting that out there. Okay. Biden clone. I have to come up with something with that. Okay. All right. Blessings. All right. We're going to tap into just bringing energy about the current reset that's going on. Of course, I did something like that recently. We'll just see what comes with that. Okay. All right. We'll do a human collective connection with that. All right. Blessings. Greetings. This is the consciousness of your month of May, human collective frequencies. Yes, not everything is meant to be known. Basically, we're energies from the astral. You are putting together pieces from other realities into this one. So this month is a reset month, but not in the full scale of it. There are just many agendas that aren't working to plan. So there's like backup agendas happening at this time that aren't working to plan either. So there's a lot of things that are not happening as intended. So there's a lot of failures going on. You can see that's coming back to the Galactics, the Galactic wars that are going on currently, timeline wars, astral wars, and etc. So the reset is a good thing. It's not an easy thing, but it is a good thing. It doesn't mean the aliens are going to land their ships, but there are more alien frequencies that need to show themselves. The alien beings alien sightings to basically kind of fix the terror on the planet because the world is kind of going through a vortex change. So there are going to be some sightings that will be prevalent. If they're not seen now, they will be. Basically, they can't hide themselves because they're doing work on the Earth. They're always doing work on the Earth, but this is a month of just major change. Basically, there are many breakthroughs happening at this time on a galactic level. As humans, you probably won't see a whole lot of difference, really. I mean, you see some changes, but you won't really see a major change. Some of you will relocate to different places because it's basically to bring in this new agenda that's on its way. That's not necessarily a bad thing. So many will. Of course, there's always people moving, but there'll be some that might move that weren't intended to move locations. So expect the unexpected in that level. It's just transformation of the earth that's happening. Not on a physical scale, it's all behind the scenes. So there are alien beings that are losing the wars, meaning that those some of you where you had trouble evolving, making things happen, you find like your life is finally getting somewhere where it was not before. So obviously that's good. That can be generalized to any time period, but this is a time of renewal for quite a few. So yeah, this is a time of new timelines, but not ones that are going to make themselves completely clear. But this has been a setup for a while now. Well, due to what happened in your 2020, many timelines were delayed. And so you can say your world is coming back to normal, maybe not normal, but this new timelines have been born from that have not been fully activated. So a lot of this is going to be general. It has to be, but there's basically a lot of galactic activity happening at this time. And you're seeing it here in a physical form. Your stock market change, job changes, and things like that. At least you're not seeing a weather change. There are some weather patterns, but not major ones where the world is just completely different altogether. You're not ready for that one yet. But those timelines definitely do exist, like the pole shift. That's not going to happen anytime soon, but many of you are seeing it in other realities and definitely feeling it happen on other worlds for some of you that are tuned into that frequency. Greetings to you. We are the Pleiadians. Blessings. Of course, yes, we're not involved with your financial energy. There are certain Pleiadian beings that are involved with it to help, just to keep your world from, imploding on a financial, because the financial energy is an entity all in itself. It has a consciousness. It does keep things going for humanity. It is a material possession. And of course, humans are a material possession to some alien energies. So many of you have alien beings that are taking care of you. Of course, some of your alien forefathers are treating some of you like, terribly because they feel like you need to learn certain lessons. So in your galactic development, connecting to your soul family, you might feel different type of beings. You'll feel, wow, I have all these galactic positive beings. But then you might feel like, wow, I have other beings that around me are not very friendly. And those are the ones that to, enforce a test onto you, at least at one point in a time. Well, you're always going to have somebody, a guide of some kind to not give in to your asking for help. Only because there are certain lessons you're here to learn. So you're always going to have a guide to make sure that you go through the challenges that you do. While other guides like, oh, he doesn't need to go through that. But other guides like, no, he's going through this. He has to go through this. Or he or she has to go through this. So getting more of an understanding of that. Yeah, you might feel like a dark shadow around it. It's not necessarily a negative energy. It's just energy to get you through, to help put you through your challenges, to help you grow in certain levels. And you put them there, you make sure that they're protected, that they're doing what they need to do. Of course, the others are there to lighten the vibrations just in case it goes too far. Of course, many guides go too far all the time. Well, they don't realize what you're going through. So like you go through a great amount of suffering. Instead of being 10 years, some want it to be 20 years. And you get your suffering reduced to 10 years instead of 20 years. So, but there are certain, there's karmic lines that are, so especially those that come in with karmic connections to go through your own suffering. It's, you sign up for it. You have a karmic being, you can say, to help you to make sure you go through what you need to go, even if it doesn't make any sense here in the physical. So it has to do with weight, the way you look, the people around you, whatever it might be. So like a karmic guide, everybody has one. Some is really less, some is very heavy. So especially those that have drug addictions and all that, sometimes you need to be on drugs to get through your timeline. Sometimes you need to be on drugs to rattle the cages. I mean, it's done on purpose, especially if you have kids. If you have you're on drugs and you have kids, it's to give them more responsibility. Like, I'm out of it. I'm a parent and I'm zoned out. It's up to you to grow up, and I'm just gonna sit here and be out of it for a while. I love that zone on purpose. It can be taken to a whole nother level, like overdoing it. But a lot of times it's done just for the child to develop in a certain way. As children are crafted personality wise for certain reasons. So it just you'd be surprised how many of you are like artists in some form, like soul artists. You're there to, form different personalities, characteristics, and all within yourself and others. Some are there to build up emotion, build up character, and some of you actually to remove character and emotion, just become more, just knocked out, docile. Happens all the time. Well, it's different reasons for it, because you're preparing for your next life if you're near your end of your current life. I mean, you're always working on your next life, but usually at the end of your life, you're working on your next one. Wherever it is. It doesn't have to be here. You can be very charismatic. It's like all of a sudden you're very old and very outgoing. It's like because you're getting ready for your alien lifetime of being super outgoing and super happy. And this world not always meant to be super happy. Maybe you're just here to just keep things calm and cold and even invisible for various different reasons. And then you go somewhere that's super happy, you can be yourself and enjoy. But on Earth, it's not always necessarily to be that way here. And some come here, I've probably maybe seen like professional people, and for some of them, that's the first time they've ever done it. A lot of them are just wild children. But here I'm going to be professional and I'm going to speak well. I'm going to look good. And there's nothing wrong with that. But that also shows their galactic connection, because a lot of them look like that in the galactic stance also. So some of them just, or some people have been just so relaxed and calm and so hippie, they don't know what to do with themselves. But then incarnate here and they get themselves together to be more professional, what helps them actually in their galactic lifetimes, where they take a more higher level on that as a captain, commander, whatever it might be. Just giving you a different point of view of things. But many are going through their drug energies at this time. Basically, many just want to connect more to the astral realm. That's why the marijuana is so popular, is just go to the astral. It's like, this world is just not working for me. I'm going to zone out. And of course, there's some downsides to the marijuana energies. Whereas cocaine takes you off the planet altogether. Cocaine is, it's vicious. Because you're not even human anymore. You are somebody else. Other beings come into your body, depending on what happens with that. Because you can literally leave your body doing those type of substances, the strong ones. So just to put that out there. Not that we're trying to sell that. We're just bringing some details of that. But currently, your Earth's going through a reset of many kinds. This is not a hard reset. It's a minor one, even if it is kind of shaking the boat a lot financially. But it is throwing off what doesn't need to be there anymore. Your next month should improve for the most part, but this month is going to go up and down all over the place. It's going to be scary. Some like to look at it as scary because it's a thrill ride. You need some excitement in your life. So worrying about where the world is going is one way of doing it. There's no roller coaster anywhere you can ride. So you're doing the mental roller coaster instead. So blessings. Greetings to you. We are the Sasquatch Collective. Greetings. Yes, there are reptilian beings that actually are trying to be like us, trying to keep themselves cloaked. We actually play a big role in keeping the reptilians hidden because they're not ready to show themselves here. So as Sasquatch beings, we're kind of like the adult aliens of many alien races. Not entirely, but we are here to, keep the Earth clear, clean of lower frequencies the best of our ability. So you can see we're kind of like custodians of your Earth. We do integrate with Mother Earth's frequencies all the time. We have the way we look, the way we are. It's just so we can have our abilities, our power. We don't have to look like a Sasquatch being, but for this earthly realm, it works well because when people see us, they know exactly what we're here, what we're doing, and in some form or another. But many of you had incarnations with us, basically just, you can say it's saving the earth. It's basically in our form, we can just integrate with the earth's vibrations so easily. A lot of us do spend a lot of time in Agartha, in the Middle Earth. That's where we're not attacked very often. But there are wizard beings that try to manipulate our vibrations. The reptilians basically are terrified to be seen here because there are a lot of good ones. And when the other alien races, the Pleiadian races that are here, that are more than happy to connect to humans, actually. But there's a lot of galactic wars to keep, or treaties to keep things hidden. But that's what many of you are. Many of you are representative of many different alien races. That's what you hear this word about being an ambassador. You can have all kinds of ambassadors out there. And many of you are in an awakening state. Yeah, it's like, it might sound crazy hearing that, but you'd be surprised. Now, some of there's like ambassadors of small alien groups, and there are also big alien groups. So that's what makes it confusing. It's like, how many ambassadors are here? A lot of them. If you just feel it within yourself, you might feel, so is this an ego thing, or is it just me being me? And it's you being you, basically. It's just a little bit, it's not making itself clear on a physical level, but you just have to go by what you feel. Some of you, yes, are, the James Bond of like secret agents. You're behind the scenes trying to get all of those aliens to get together. So basically the aliens, there's a divide between the aliens. They don't know if humans should have contact or should not. It's still going on forever. It's getting higher. It's getting more. It's connecting to you even more. Some of you are going to look like galactic beings if you don't already. At least to have that more. I mean, literally, like act like a Pleiadian. I mean, some of you already act like it already, but live the part of what people look at is like, wow, that's an alien. I mean, not to look freakish and bizarre, just look unhuman. Just look different. It could be in a beautiful way. But that's what the vibrations that you're bringing here to, people are going to see it within you. Like many are seeing, those that have different gender qualities, they're like certain genders, and you see that vibration. But the alien can't hide forever within yourselves. And some are already seeing it. It's just difficult. It's buried within culture. Humans don't want to see it. They're going to see it no matter what. It's because it comes through you. And your newer generations are going to embrace it even more because they're going to get more and more tired of how the world works. The world becoming more insane as more your newer generations have become more of the alien hippies. I mean, truly, the alien hippie is already here, but the more vibration gets stronger with your earth. So just some are having difficulties accepting that, but some of you are just letting yourself, you don't need the ridicule, but your future generations are, it's like there's nowhere else to go but society, and they're just going to be, and that's when your other planetary constellations are connected to easier. The zodiac, all this will become with Virgo, the Taurus, and Pisces, and all of that have become more known within yourself. Yeah, just because you're born into, like, as a Pisces or Virgo, it doesn't necessarily mean that's where you come from. It's just the energy. It's just what you connected to build your personality here. It doesn't necessarily that's your home, because that's only like 12 homes. Then there's many other places out there you can be connected to. So, but as Sasquatch frequencies, we are too way low. Really, I mean, yes, we play our games with humans every now and then. Some Sasquatch get frustrated with humans, but if a Sasquatch gets extremely negative towards a human, usually that's a reptilian manipulation. Normally, Sasquatches are pretty tame, but there are some that do get kind of out of control. Demonic possession, whatever it might be. It does happen every now and then, but usually for the most part, Sasquatch beings are pretty decent over humans. They know they keep their distance from humans because humans are not well, as you can see. Some are, most are, but many are still have a grudge. So those that wanted to harm a Sasquatch, some of them are under government control. And there's a lot of negative galactics that just are taking over certain humans, to go after the Sasquatch. So there is a hunting energy out there for sure, as many of you know. And it's very powerful. So that's another reason why we're not supposed to show ourselves overall. I mean, we can to a certain level, especially on a spiritual level. On a physical level, we have to hold back a lot. Reptilians are everywhere. They can't hide themselves as much as we can. Because Sasquatch, we're kind of like a canine being. We have canine energies. We have human energies, but also we're not a canine in the full level of, but we have some of those features. So you have some cat also. So we can just cloak ourselves easier. Reptilians can't do that. Not like us. Some can, but a lot of reptilians, and when there's a whole lot of them together, they can't hide themselves. That's what you can say. What's this?